All right, everybody. Today we're going to be going over FSBOs, how to approach FSBOs in a way that's actually going to help you engage with them better than some script that a lot of other agents are calling them with. And then we're also going to talk about new construction. So, how to market new construction. We'll talk a little bit about how to approach new construction people, how people have used listings to leads to develop great relationships with builders. It's super powerful. It's super easy. A lot of builders are not the best marketers. They know how to build a home, maybe they know how to do all of that kind of good stuff. But when it comes to marketing, they don't necessarily do the best job. Sometimes they just hire the top agent in the area who doesn't give them a lot of great service. And so we've had quite a few clients of ours over the ages have developed great relationships with builders. So we're going to walk through that a little bit as well. So let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what your interest is in these two topics. Ask me some questions. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you've done in the past, maybe what you've done that hasn't worked. I attend a lot of calls and different things and trainings for FSBO, some new construction as well. And the thing with FSBO is calling up the FSBO homeowner with a script about, for sure you should ask them, hey, if I bring a buyer, are you going to pay 2.5%? Are you going to pay a buyer's commission? Perfect information to find out, of course, and I would do that for all the FSBOs in my area. But we also want to have something that's going to allow us to connect with them and stay in touch with them. And so that's where listings to leads comes in. You can offer a FSBO homeowner very, very easily a set of marketing tools for them to use to market their home with. It's actually completely automated. I'm going to show you how to make the offer to the FSBO homeowner and how they can take advantage of it in a way that all you have to do is literally click a few buttons, which I will walk you through, and you can deliver them an entire marketing package for them to use, the single property website, listing flyers, and it positions you in such a beautiful way that you're adding value to that homeowner and staying in touch with them, maybe giving them some market updates if you need to, days on market and, just kind of general things to stay in touch and get that thing listed when they're tired of pretending that they know what they're doing. Right. So Michael says new construction down here, but also interested in FSBO. Yep, definitely, definitely. Craig says he's starting to work with FSBOs. New construction options sound good too. Yep, lots of new construction. Keep in mind, when it comes to new construction, I would for sure make sure that you think in 5 years from now that when you get buyers buying the new construction, because in my mind, every client that we've got is so important. Either that client in 5 years from now is going to be referring people to us, or they're going to be a pain in the ass and somebody that we never talk to again. And so if you get somebody into one of these new construction developments that, where there's 500 of the same units, where in the future, you probably know it's going to be a hard sell or it's just not great quality. And as an agent, I don't know that you got a fiduciary responsibility to your clients on the quality of the home. That's why they do all the inspections. But at the same time, I do want to act as a guide to my buyer clients. And so I'm going to have opinions about different new constructions because they may not know. They may have rose tinted glasses. They see a home that they can afford and they just get drawn to it, when we all know there are horror stories about new construction, warranties not being kept, the construction quality is suspect at best. And as an agent, like I said, that in 5 years from now, do I want to have a client that I won't even call because I know their house is upside down, or if they sell it, there's 14 others just like it on the market. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Let me know if you get what I'm saying right there with that new construction, because again, so important that we act as the guide, right? As a professional to our clients. And that means sometimes talking, letting them know our opinion about something that may not be completely favorable. All right. So anyways, David here just put a new construction home in escrow yesterday. Oh, that's awesome. I have a FSBO in escrow too. So David, do you have that on the buy side? Did you have a buyer that bought it, or did you develop a relationship with the FSBO and list their home for sale? Either way, that's awesome. So I'll tell you what, let's go. I've dropped in 2 links into the chat. If you're watching this on a recording, you can go to both listingsleads.com/FSBO or listingsleads.com/new construction. You're going to see great write-ups there. I'll refer to them in this call as well. But when you log into your account, so for both of these topics, there are actually 2 different there's a PDF guide for both. So there's literally a PDF guide on buying new construction, and there's a PDF guide on essentially how to sell your home as a FSBO. We've also got landing pages, and the landing pages for the FSBO are absolutely ridiculous because the landing page allows the FSBO homeowner to literally upload their photos, their property information, submit it, and it'll drop into your Listings to Leads account as a FSBO draft, and you are then able to check it out, approve it, and we've got this beautiful email that goes to the FSBO homeowner for them to just click and get all their tools. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful, and it is such a beautiful way to establish a relationship with a FSBO homeowner. So let's go through FSBO first. This is being recorded. If you are watching live, if you get lost, I would recommend just coming back to the video, pausing the video as needed. First, what we'll do is we'll go through the FSBO PDF guide, and then we'll go through the landing page. So I will go to PDF guides. Oh, David. So, David, how did you engage with the FSBO homeowner? What was your strategy to engage with that FSBO homeowner and get them listed? So in PDF guides, I'm going to just type in FSBO, FSBO, hit the search bar, and there we go. For sale by owner. So this is a PDF guide. It's meant to give to the FSBO homeowner, and it just talk through some of the aspects of selling your home as a FSBO, some of the things to look out for and pay attention to. It's available in English and Spanish. It's a great guide. We've gotten great feedback from it. And so the goal is to get this in the hands of the FSBO homeowner. As we do that, right, and we're able to get into a follow-up, see how we can help them out. But this is a phenomenal way to engage and generate FSBO leads. Now, this is not something for FSBO. I would not do a one-to-many. I'm not going to send this to my entire database. I'm not going to run a Facebook ad. I'm not even going to do, I might do a social media post, but this is something I'm going to go directly to the FSBO homeowner because I don't want as an agent to be perceived as promoting FSBO as an option. So we got the ads. I'm not even going to walk through the ad. Now you could do Google, because on a Google ad, if a FSBO, that's where somebody goes into Google, they do a search, obviously for keywords relating to selling their home as FSBO. So, if you're into doing Google ads, that might not be a bad one to do. It's not something I would spend my primary or core marketing money on, but if I had extra money or if I'm just into doing Google, this would be good, right? Just like I'm guiding you on what I would do or not do, that's what you need to be doing with your clients, I feel, on new construction. So anyways, if you want to do a Google ad, all you got to do is type in location. It's going to link to the landing page where they can download the guide. And you can control that landing page. I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm going to spend $50 a day. You can go down to like 20 a day, but you shouldn't go down much further on Google. Facebook, you can go down to 5, even though I say 10 a day is better. With Google, 20 is minimum, and usually it can, 30, 40, 50 bucks a day, which is why I say for something this niche, that would not be my core spending money. As I mentioned earlier, I would not do a social media post because I don't want to be like I'm promoting a FSBO. Now, when it comes to expireds, well, yeah, I'll post that for sure, but just not FSBO. But give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. And David said, I set my land pages last night for FSBO. What an amazing tool. Yeah, right. I mean, it is. Yeah. How does that help you with FSBO? Yeah, Christine, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. So yeah, just watch through. I think it'll all make sense. And very nice. All right, David. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I love to hear that. All right. Short form video script again, I'm not going to do because I don't want to do a big social media push with this. Now, you might ask, well, why are these here? We have these for every PDF guide. Now, eFlyer for your database. This is what I would definitely send to the FSBO homeowner. So depending on how you're going after the FSBOs, you could be using My Plus Leads. You could be using, different RedX maybe for FSBO data. You could be looking at Zillow, right? On listingtoleads.com/FSBO. I walk through paid and free ways to identify FSBO homeowners, but I would set this up either as a template in Gmail or listings. You could actually add this as an email blast in listings to leads. You can send this to any FSBO lead in your account. I could also take this and drop it into my CRM and send it out to FSBO homeowners directly. If you're using, and I can't show it here, but I'm looking at it right now. And if I've got My Plus Leads open, so I'm looking at all the FSBO and expired data on my other screen right now. And so, for example, here's a FSBO homeowner in Orangevale, California, and I got their email address. And if I click their email address, my default email browser opens up. And, I'm going to bring this over. So now I can't show you My Plus Leads because it's got all the homeowner data in it. But I just want to show you the idea here is I've got that email set up in my CRM, or in this case, Gmail is fine for my eFlyer. So in this case, selling your Southwest Michigan home on your own, get free professional version of tools that I use to sell homes. All right, beautiful email. That email, so this is for the landing page, but you got the PDF guide email. It works the same way. So my point is, set those up. Set the emails up as templates in your CRM, in Gmail, whatever your default email is. And then that way, just add in the email for the FSBO homeowner and get the email to them. And the email for the landing page works the same way, but people click the email or the image or the link, it'll go to it actually downloads right away, which is awesome. So right from the email, when you send it to somebody, there's no landing page because you'll know who downloaded it, right? Your email will let you know when people download it, which is beautiful. How would the conversation? Well, yes, the email will only work with the email. Yes, exactly right. Here's a call script. So once you say they open the email, they download the guide. This is a great script to call the FSBO homeowner with as it pertains to the guide. I would also roll into offering them a set of marketing tools, all branded to them. There's no branding of me as the agent. It'll have your name, your email, your phone, but these are the same tools that I use to market properties for top dollar in the area. All right, so that offer, that's what we'll do in the landing page. We got print flyers. So these, what I would do, I would either print 10 to 20 print flyers or get the postcards and door hangers, which I'll show you in a second, but they're all very similar. And I would have some of these print flyers done and just available. So anytime there's a new FSBO homeowner in my area, I can just go door knock them and say, hey, my name is Scott Pierce with LDL Realty, and I just want to offer you a free guide on selling your home as a FSBO, making sure that you do a good job with it. Now, we've also got a print flyer for the landing, for the free set of tools for them to use, which is awesome because now you got multiple things to reach out and engage them with, right? I mean, again, I was on a call yesterday and the guy was saying, hey, here's a screen. He called the FSBO homeowner. here's a script. And then somebody in the calls chimed in. He's like, dude, he goes, I use that script, and the FSBO homeowner told me that somebody, like, they've had 2 or 3 other people use the same script on him. And so it made him look like kind of a, a little bit of a goofball. Now, if the FSBO homeowner tells you, hey, somebody offered me a free set of tools, but thank you anyways, well, that's a big difference, right? Maybe you just didn't get to them first, but it's not going to make you look bad because you used some script that everybody is teaching. Yeah, Listings to Leads does integrate with Follow Up Boss. So the print flyer, and I didn't mention this, but the print flyer also, let me just bring that back up again. The print flyer, the QR code. So let's say you're door knocking with the print flyer, the postcard, or the door hanger. They've all got QR codes. And if anybody wants to scan that right now, you can. So you scan the QR code. It's going to go to the landing page. They will fill out the landing page, download the download the PDF guide, and then you get a notification. So you'll know, hey, Scott Pierce downloaded the PDF guide by scanning that print flyer. And then as well, there is postcards and door hangers. So here's well, you would not use EDDM for a FSBO, but I might get either if you've got let's say you've got something like Mailbox Power or another postcard company where you got a campaign built and you got a postcard campaign for FSBOs, this would be a great postcard to add to it. All right, there's a lot of ways of using this. You could do this where I load it up to Thanks.io or Mailbox Power, put a image of the home that it's going to, so a picture of the FSBO homeowner's home, a dynamic QR code, incorporate that into a FSBO campaign, or just get 10 to 20 of them printed and sent to you. And then every time because even in our area, we may get 1 or 2 FSBOs a day coming through. And so, having a big campaign might be a little bit difficult, but just having, the FSBO postcards on my desk to just send out as they come through would be a lot more palatable. Yeah, Neil says, I think it's better if you go door knocking. I totally agree. Yeah, especially because, again, as an agent, I would, if I go door knocking, I might just if they're home, I might just make both offers to them. Hey, I'd like to offer you a guide talking about selling your home as a FSBO, and also a free set of marketing tools so that you can market your home. Again, all your contact information's on there. It's just a free service I provide to homeowners in the area that are exploring the idea of selling their home on their own. That's a great little script right there. And it's going to get you engaged with more of these FSBOs without coming across as like, yeah, okay, you got a buyer, right? You're the 30th agent that's called me who's got a buyer. And funny enough, none of them have brought their buyer by. You don't want to be that. Does that make sense? You don't want to be that person. So yeah, Christina's got Mailbox Power. And yes, these are postcards. So Christina, you can upload these postcards into Mailbox Power. And I believe I've got a training on it somewhere. If not, their support can help you. But you can replace that image. Right. So this image right here on the right can be replaced with the image of the homeowner's home, and the QR code can be dynamic. So if you mail it to 123 Main Street, it'll have the home of 123 Main Street on the postcard, and you will be notified that the homeowner at 123 Main Street scanned the QR code if and when they do. David says a combination of calls, text, mail, door knocking, see what. Yeah, 100. I would do all of it, especially if it's a FSBO that I'm interested in listing. There might be some FSBOs that you're not really that into, right? Totally get it. That's fine for whatever reason. But then again, there are going to be some FSBOs where you're like, that'd be a great. There are some areas where there are a lot of luxury listings go FSBO, right? The homeowner just sits there and says, hey, I'm just going to, put my home on the market as for sale by owner, see what happens. And after I've seen properties like that for like a year or two on Zillow. you know, $1, $2, $3, $4 million. So yeah, there's a lot of different kind of FSBOs out there. Yeah. Maureen says, I don't tell them I have a buyer. I tell them I can't recommend a buyer until I see the property. Yep. So Maureen, all right. So that's a great way to get to the property. And then you can make the offer for, oh, by the way, would you like a guide with some tips on selling your home as FSBO? Or would you like a free set of marketing tools? So be a Maureen. I think whatever works for you. And I think that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't have a buyer. Perfect. Maureen, that's actually super good because again, that physical homeowner is going to, when you call them up, unless you're like the first person, and you're probably not, but regardless, you don't want to be one of 4, one of 10 agents that call them up with the whole, hey, I've got a buyer, type of thing, because nobody ever brings a buyer by. Yes, the QR code will prompt them to download the FSBO guide. Yep, exactly right. All the QR codes throughout here do the same thing. Okay, let's go. So we got the FSBO guide. So again, remember, I think the big takeaways there are going to be the email to send to the FSBO homeowner directly, and the whether it's a print flyer, the door hanger, or the postcard to get to the FSBO homeowner as well. All of those are going to offer the guide, which is going to walk them through some tips on selling their home as FSBO. And the second engagement tool is phenomenal to have 2 different tools that are both value add. So under landing pages, so here's what you have to do. Christina or David, somebody give me your area. So give me an area name. So just give me give me a city or a town. Craig, I think that's brilliant. Most FSBO homeowners are going to have images that are pretty subpar. And so, Craig, you're exactly right. I think that's perfect. Yeah, because it's just, again, it's, and I would position it to the FSBO. I'd say, hey, listen, if you don't mind, I'd love to come by and take some really great photos of your property. I normally will have professional photos done of all of my listings. And if that's ever something that you'd like a referral to, just, let me know. I can give you their name and number, but I'm pretty good myself, having done real estate for the last 5 years in the area. So I have a good idea of what buyers really want to see in a home. Right, Craig? Something like that. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go after FSBOs in Cutler Bay. Where is Cutler Bay? Sounds like Wisconsin. So what I did is click create landing page. So right there on the landing page dashboard, the green button, create landing page. The pop-up's going to come up. And in the drop-down under type, select FSBO. All the landing pages work the same way. All right, now one thing about the landing page name, you don't want to have too many of these landing pages. It may seem like a great idea to create 5 or 6 FSBO landing pages, but now I got 5 or 6 different print flyers. I got 5 or 6 different emails. I got 5 or 6 different of everything. So try and just create one landing page for your general area. You could even put your name. You could put an adjective, a verb, a noun, the state name. So click create landing page. Yeah, Miami would be a great one, right? Or Miami area, FSBOsoldnow.com. Because check this out. So here we are, Cutler Bay. We're in the editor. I'm not going to go through doing the edits, but everything is editable. The images, the text, the list, the images, everything is editable. Now I click view. So check this out. Cutler Bay .FSBOsoldnow.com. Selling your Cutler Bay home on your own, get free professional versions of the tools that I use to sell homes. Again, everything here is editable. The idea is that FSBO homeowner comes through and selects the tools they want. They put in their... Now notice how fast I created this. I didn't have to do anything else. There was no magic in the background. Let me just do another one. 555 Main Court. Bay. I'll say FL. Phone. So I filled out the landing page. Check that out. Do you have photos of your property? Yes, no. If I do yes, I can literally upload the images, go to the next page, and I'll tell you what, upload images. And let's see, let me just grab an image real quick. Give me, I got to put this folder right on my desktop. Would be a lot easier. So there's my image of my home, and I can upload more, of course. Check this out, 555 Main Court. I'm going to see, I think all I have to do is put in zip code. Whatever zip code, doesn't really matter. But check this out. I can, as the FSBO homeowner, I can add all of this. And I can even walk them through this at their house. So maybe I go door knock, have a great conversation with them, right? I love what I believe, and forgive me if I get it wrong, either Maureen or Christina said about calling them up. I don't know, I've got a lot of buyers that I work with. Your home is in a great area, but I can't really recommend it to any of them until I see it. Could I come walk through it, do a quick little 5-minute walkthrough? I think I love that, right? Incorporate one of our scripts, maybe the next time you call them up, if you don't get in there that time. Go through the property. I love what Craig said. Maybe while I'm there, I might make the offer of taking some photos for them, offer them the PDF guide, offer them the free set of marketing tools. I mean, I am coming through with so much value. And I know some people, they will just print up, right? Just like the listing presentation, they'll actually print up the PDF guide. I've talked to agents that do this, and they'll just take the guide to them and then make an offer of the free tools with the landing page print flyer. So check this out. Everything is customizable, right? Again, I'm not going to go through that. You can go through that a little bit later. It's all very straightforward. You don't need to do anything. We literally have the autoresponders. We've got everything is done. All you really need to do, again, I'm not going to do a Facebook ad. I may do Google if I want. I'm not going to do a social media post for the reasons that we talked earlier. But here's my e-flyer. And this is the one that we saw a little bit earlier. And I'm going to add this to my email as a template. So every time a new FSBO comes through, I've got this ready to send to them. Look at that. Selling your Cutler Bay home on your own. Get free professional tools. People click the link. People click the email. They go right to the landing page. They can select all the tools that they would like to receive. They can upload their listing. Wait till you see what happens. That listing is in my account. I haven't shown it to you yet, but that 555 Main Street in Cutler Court is in my listings leads account. So hold tight. You're going to see that. So the e-flyer, there's a call script. No, I can call the FSBO homeowner because we need multiple reasons to call, right? Not every single time are we going to get a hold of them. Different offers may hit them differently. So this is just another offer that you can put in your FSBO toolbox, very similar to the expireds. And here I'm calling them up and I would say, hey, David, I sent you a postcard, or hey, David, I dropped off a print flyer. Or you can just say, hey, David, I would like to make an offer to you of the free set of marketing tools that I provide homeowners in Cutler Bay that are exploring the idea of selling their home on their own. If you want to go to cutlerbay.fsbosoldnow.com, you can request the same tools that I use to market homes in the area. What a beautiful call that is. We got the print flyers. Now, if you wanted to download the 300 FSBOs and do a mass mailing, I guess you could, of the postcard or the print flyer. Typically, though, this is, again, something I'm either going to just mail as a one-off or I'm going to door knock. And check that out right there, cutlerbay.fsbosoldnow.com. The top of the print flyer, selling your Cutler Bay home on your own to get free professional versions. versions of the tools that I use to sell homes. Any edits I make to the landing page will come forward into the landing page. I'm sorry, to the print flyers and everything else. So it's kind of cool. So if you want to offer, for example, Craig, you might want to offer free photos. Free, like, how can you say, free buyer influence photos, or some kind of a way to put it in there, like, free photos that buyers love, or something like that, where I'm trying to just instill into that homeowner that I know the types of photos buyers, the types of views buyers really want to see, the proper lighting to make sure it looks its best so you get the most money for your home. I really want to help you, and some better photos will really help you. And I believe it talks about that in the FSBO guide. So that is actually a pretty cool thing. Postcards and door hangers. Again, if I change the image on the landing page, the image in the postcards and the door hangers will change as well. So here's the front of the postcard. Again, for the person who said they're using mailbox power, this could be a dynamic image of their home. And the QR code could be a dynamic QR code. Or again, I would just get maybe 50 of these postcards printed, have them at my office, have them at my desk, right? Put them in a box somewhere. And then every day when I check out the FSBOs, or I look up, or I find a new FSBO, or I'm driving around, I just hand them the print flyer. I just hand them the postcard. I put the door hanger on the door. But it's staying in front of these FSBO homeowners, because not every time are you going to get a hold of them or get them engaged the first time through. How do they find the landing page? Yeah, they're going to find the landing page because they're going to either scan the QR code on the print flyer, the postcard, or the door hanger. They click the e-flyer. So if you send the e-flyer to them via email, they click in the email, they go to the landing page. You may call them up with the script I mentioned. Hey, I'd like to offer you a free set of marketing tools. Go to cutlerbay.fsbosoldnow.com. All right. Does that answer that question, Christina? Now check this out right there. Look what happened. 555 Main Court, Cutler Bay, Florida. FSBO draft. Is everybody's mind blown? Is that amazing or what? That is so cool. Check this out. I'm going to click marketing tools. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check it out. Make sure I can check the property website. It's got, I always forget to do this, but you can tell by the phone number. So that's the seller's contact information there. That's not mine as the agent. This is mine as the seller, because I put I should have put in a different name in an email so we could see the difference, but you get the point. So check this out. This is all done for them. Awesome little single property website with Google Street View, with maps. If it had more of the photos, all the photos would have been there. They can do an ad, they got the ad they can do. But here's the thing. All you have to do, just click approve. Boop. Yes, approve, and send email. And that will send this email to them automatically. So literally in like 2 or 3 clicks, I got this email sent to them. Look at that. Everything is in there. That'll say when I approve it, that'll actually change to just FSBO. It will not say draft. It's in draft mode right now because you have not approved it. But as soon as I approve it, it'll change it from draft to regular FSBO. A little video script for them. Somebody said something about like photos. The other thing I would do is I would definitely do a short form video for them. So I would offer to them to do, because if you think about it, and this might be a great way to frame it to them, is to say, hey, listen, most people look by area and price point, size of the home. So a great way to find buyers for your home that may not have that in their search filters is by doing some short form videos on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, because then it'll be shown to a wider audience of people, not just people interested in that area. And hey, and they're probably not going to do a video. They're probably not going to do like a quick little video tour. So I would recommend doing that as well. I think that would be phenomenal. Why would I offer to pay? No, you're not going to pay for anything. Yeah, no, you're not doing any of this. No, you could. You could. I mean, if you could find, if they're going to pay 2.5% and you've got the permission from your broker or MLS to be able to market FSBOs as an agent and you got their permission, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is they get this email. The FSBO homeowner is going to get this email and they can just do all this themselves. Yeah, Kyle, does that make sense? But the FSBO right here, right in the email, I got the link to the property website. I got the e-flyer. Do the buyer leads generated? Oh, I'm sorry. Do the buyer leads generated from marketing? If it's the FSBO homeowner's information, it'll go to the FSBO homeowner. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to be skimming off the top there, right, with somebody that we're trying to get a listing from. So, yeah. Yakov says, why would I even offer that though? Why would you even offer what? I don't get what you're asking. I wouldn't offer, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I don't have a listing to market this week and, it's a listing that I like and it's got good photos, if I can get a buyer for it, what I may do is add that listing as FSBO to my account. So what I would do, so I wouldn't market the version of the listing that they've got. That's as, oh man, I know it's kind of hard to explain. Let me show you here. So this is a bit of a side. I don't want to go too far down this path because I want to get to new construction. Leah, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, most of the time, brokers and maybe even MLSs don't let agents market FSBOs. So yeah, let's not even go there. If you want to get to the mastermind group, we can talk about that there if you're able to do that. But here, the idea only here is you are providing that homeowner selling their home as FSBO, the marketing tool, so a social media post. And if they want to boost it, if they want to go to the ads manager, they can't know it. That's on them, right? How do you think it's easy being a real estate agent? Here's all the tools. See how easy it is to market your home, right? I know it looks easy. I know it seems easy to the people on the outside, like how hard it can be to sell a home. Well, you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Yeah. All right. Craig, I offer a yard sign with the what? You know what, Craig? That is something exactly right. Yeah. I think that's awesome. Again, it's just how much value do you want to provide the FSBO homeowner, right? How far, how good of a listing is it? And what Craig is referring to, if you've got the text IVR, which a lot of you do, sign writer is right here. So I could, if I've got this printed up, and here's a scenario, you get 10 extensions, right? With our text IVR, you get 10 extension property IDs. So I could create a property ID number, a property ID code, so that I could have a sign writer created for this, or I could reassign another extension to this listing. And then, I could provide the FSBO homeowner a yard sign if they wanted it, where people can text 15836 to 25678 for your virtual tour. So, but yeah, just Craig, that's awesome, because it just really, how much value do you want to offer? For $20, I'm not sure. I know dirt cheap signs is dirt cheap. Pardon the pun. I would either, maybe Vistaprint. Anybody know who's got a really cheap that we can order from for the sign writers? So, but again, if you click here, that'll go out to these guys. But I might look local. Yeah. Yeah, I would shop local printers and ask your association, ask your local realtor association. They probably have actually probably have deals with local people or local printers. All right, let's shift gears. All right, do you love the FSBO? The FSBO is awesome, right? So make sure, please do me a favor, make sure to share. Make sure we share this with other agents in different areas, how powerful this is. We're not using a script. We're not doing the whole I got a buyer thing that is so tired and you're the 10th agent that said it. We've had some great ideas from agents here, and I appreciate, the idea of talking about, I don't have I work with buyers. I need to come by and see your property before I can recommend it is great. Offering photos that are probably going to be better than what they've got based on my expertise in knowing what it is that buyers want to see. So offering some photos, that's a free thing to do as well. And then we've got the PDF guide, and we've got the landing page where we make the offer of the free set of marketing tools. So I think let them know I was getting 5 to 10 a month. Well, Craig, with our sign writers, just to end it on this, the idea is that you take the sign writer from listing to listing to listing, and you just reassign the text ID code so that you don't have to get new signs built every time. Save a lot of money that way. All right, let's go to talk about new construction. Let's go to the website, listingtoleads.com/new construction. And here, there are two types of new construction that you can market. I like marketing I like marketing specific properties, specific units where I can, and I would market it just like a listing that's not mine. So same as like a borrowed listing, and I'm going to walk you through that. Then you can also market list like the development. And so let me show you a few landing pages. So here's a landing page marketing new construction homes at El Dorado, or I could say new construction homes in El Dorado County and Placer County. So I can do like the whole geographic area, like this one right here. I can do a particular development like this one. So $9,000 in incentives at Park Condos. So this is a custom landing page, a custom buyer landing page. I can do, here's another one at a development. Notice here, I got a video to the left of the lead form. And then I've got the fourth example, and these are all custom landing pages. So just full screen video on the background. People click name, email, phone number, send the information now. You can redirect it to wherever you want to go. You can include PDF guides. You got the autoresponders. So you can market a general area, a development. Got a great video right here walking you through this. And if you keep scrolling down, you're going to see here, step 1, identify new construction projects. I think it's important for everybody to know and be familiar with all the new construction in your area, right? The price points, the sizes, the amenities, the type of buyer profile that might be, that might like that particular development or not. Construction quality, past experience with that builder, with that community, if it's already started having people move into it. Step 2, gather the information that you need. So, similar to step 1, that we have intelligent conversations, can market intelligently, and that'll help us engage more buyer leads for it. You'll see here, I talk about as you're gathering content. I mean, that is just great blog material. It's great YouTube material. It's great video, social media material. Step 3, market specific units. That is my favorite. All right. Marketing specific units. Now, when I market a specific new construction unit, I'm going to use all of the incentive language around it, the marketing, to let people know, like, hey, you know what? This new development, they're offering 3.99% interest rates for the first 2 years if you close before August 30th, or you got closing cost credits, or they've got, design center credits, or whatever it's going to be. So I'm not going to market that new construction necessarily the exact same as I would market, a regular listing, right? When we do a regular ad for a listing, there's a template for that. for new construction, I really want to promote whatever those builder or developer incentives are going to be. So we'll walk through that. You'll add the listing to your account, which I will walk through. Similar to the FSBO. So David, this is similar to your idea where, and I've seen this so many times, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, a lot of new construction people are not the most expert when it comes to marketing real estate, right? Again, they're great at building a house. They're great at whatever it is that they do. But when I look at the photos of a lot of new construction, it's kind of sad. They're empty, not the best lighting. They look very monochromatic. They just don't have a lot of personality for the most part. So that might be a great, especially if it's a smaller builder in your area, to provide some little bit of marketing guidance. And so, the first idea was to market specific listings. Second is you can market either the project or the community/area. Examples of new construction landing pages. These are the same ones that were on top. Step 4, build relationships with builders and developers. And I would, think of this almost like you would when you're establishing a relationship with a FSBO homeowner, where, they're likely not to list with you right away, but the FSBO has a home to sell, the builder has a home to sell. What you have is expertise in marketing that neither of them do. The builder is, to be honest, a lot of these builders are not much better than a FSBO homeowner, right? They think they can sell their homes when in actuality, they are typically not that great at marketing their units. You have a stronger connection to the community. You probably have an audience that's maybe more engaged than their audience in your local community. So as an agent, don't discount your value and the value that you can offer these people, even if they are a big national company. Hopefully that gives you a little confidence, all right, in talking to new construction. And even the smaller local ones, maybe they're a multimillionaire. They got a beautiful home in a great community because they've been making a lot of money selling homes. But you very likely could have a audience that is of value to them. And so approaching them about marketing their new construction property can be a great way for you to generate some great buyer leads, but it also can be a great way for them to expose their units to more people. So again, establish relationships. I would ask them to market their listings same way as I would ask another agent. Again, always make sure you got permission from your broker. I don't want anyone here to get into trouble because of some weird rule that you've got. But typically, for most people that I know, marketing new construction is not an issue. And step 5, when you establish a bit of a relationship with these people, if it's a local or regional builder, I have had clients go through listings to leads with them and show them how powerful it is, how great they are at using it, and offer to essentially be a marketing arm for them. And it doesn't have to be exclusive, but just to have the written permission or the express permission. Hey, anytime we've got properties, you are authorized to be able to market them. And then later on, you go exclusive with them. And later on, they bring you in on a project because they want your opinion on how it would be marketed. I mean, there's a lot of powerful and great things to your business that this can actually take you down. So yeah, get prepared. It's not just about marketing a particular unit. It's about the whole thing. It's about the whole system, the whole cycle. So let's go into listings to leads. Any questions so far? I'm going to walk through first marketing a new construction listing, it'll be a little bit brief because it's the same as marketing a regular listing. But any questions before we get to showing this? Excuse me while I drink my coffee. So to add a new construction listing to your account, click add listing, and you can either grab it. If the new construction listing is in the MLS, you can grab the listing by just adding the zip code, the MLS ID number, and then uncheck this is my listing here. Click grab, and we will pull everything into our system. If the listing is not in the MLS, that's actually better because probably fewer people have seen it. So there's going to be a little bit more work, but the extra work is actually setting you up because now if the new construction is, I don't want to say off market, but it's not being marketed through the MLS. And again, make sure you talk to your broker that you're able to do this. But I know a lot of people do. Add listing manual, and you can say either coming soon or just listed or active, non-MLS listing, right? We have a number of them that are appropriate. And then in the custom status banner, I would do new construction, right? And just copy and paste everything from their website. They probably have a website with the properties on it, and just copy and paste in here. For the property description, right here, I would put new, oh my gosh, there we go, new construction in Cutler Bay. And then I might put interest rate buy downs and closing credits for buyers before and then go into the property description. That way, when you get into the ad, when it does the ads, the social media posts, the e-flyers, people are going to see, oh, new construction. And then they'll see the offer, the hook, right, which is interest rate buy down, all those great incentives. Because right now, buyers, it's hard enough to get buyers. And so when we can have a great hook like this where we're offering rate buy downs and closing cost credits. And so that would be one of the things. Make sure you find out whatever it is that you can from the new construction people of what they are willing to offer your audience, right? Or just, buyers in the area. Because a lot of times there's gonna be some really cool things there that are gonna help you get the buyer more engaged with the ad, the post, or the email. Click save and add photo, add the photos. The listing will drop into your account, same as any other listing. So same as any other listing that you are borrowing, you will have the Facebook ad, the social media postings. So if I look here, this listing right here, this is my new construction listing. I click market listing, Facebook and Instagram ad. And you'll notice it says new construction in Folsom. Let that cycle through for a second here. So new construction in Folsom. I got the text code here because I put it in the property description right before. So I've got interest rate buy downs and closing credits for buyers before now, because I added that to the property description on my pretend listing, that would have come through. This one, I don't have it there, so that's why I just put it manually. And then from here, it just becomes standard marketing. All right, I'm gonna do $70. Start end date 1 week. My template looks great. Create ad. I just created a Facebook lead ad, name, email, phone number, and buying time frame. And just go through the market listing blueprint right there all the way through, just like we talk about in our Monday 9 a.m. webinars. So, all right, awesome. From there, let's go to the landing pages because we got about 6 minutes left. So again, this is just like marketing a regular listing. We got the social media post. Because it's this is a not my listing, you will not have the tools for the seller. And you got the nearby homeowner letter. I wouldn't really be using that as well, but we got an e-flyer to my database. I'm going to send the e-flyer to my database. So here's the e-flyer. So you can send it to your database via Follow Up Boss, KB Car, whatever your database is. You can also send it to all of your leads and listings to leads. You've got a short form video script. I might go out there and do a quick little video. And you got some other tools, but they're really not appropriate for the new construction. Now, again, similar to what I think Dave or Craig said, hey, if it's like a single family home, maybe, maybe it's a smaller developer in the area and they do flips, offer them a text writer or a sign writer like this. So similar to the FSBO, hey, actually, no, because that's going to go back to you. So forget the sign writer part. All right, let's go to the landing page. In the landing page section, I can create custom buyer landing pages, which I'll point you in the right direction to. But you've got a landing page called New Construction. And if I click the View button, this is what mine looks like. And I'm going to walk you through how to edit this in the next 5 minutes. Click the edit icon right here. So again, I'm on the landing page dashboard. The third landing page over from the left on the top row says New Construction. There's an edit button, a little edit icon in the top right. And here, there's a drop down. So I can change the background image. I can put a video. I got solid colors. I can shade the image. I can not shade it. I got the social media share image, so I can upload and customize the image right here. So here's where I can edit it, and I can upload a different image altogether. So if I've got a Canva image, right here, you can say I can upload or find an image here or edit this one. Change the button styles and color, right? You see here all the colors and the transparency. Under custom page content, this is where if I want to add content to the left of the lead form, countdown counter is what I've got displayed right here. You see other options. And then there's some text, right? The 3.99% financing if signed by June 27th. So it's already past that. So I might change that to August. And so what I'm using this landing page for is just a general new construction offer. So anybody in my area that's interested in new construction would engage with this landing page. All right. So once I get the landing page the way I want it, and you got the success page. And again, here you can see I got a video. And I should put a link there, but this might be a thank you video, or you could just do default, and it'll just say thank you for filling it out. We'll get back in touch with you shortly. So again, you can control that altogether as well. But once you got the the landing page is good to go. You don't have to change anything. Click marketing tools. And just like everything else, I got a Facebook ad, a Google ad, social media post, short form video script. I got an e-flyer to send to my database. Here's my ad, attention home buyers, free report. So this is just mine. I customized this a while back ago. I can't remember the default. The default will be a little bit different, but I think it takes it off the landing page maybe. But again, here, I would start with my offer. Right? Attention home buyers, new construction offer. So again, I can customize that however I want. It'll be a Facebook lead ad. All you have to do is type in location. Radius, I got my budget. Again, I might, 35 is just a minimum. You really want to be at about 10-ish a day for most ads, for buyer ads, I think, and for seller ads, even a little bit more. And, and for the e-flyer, I like the e-flyer. Check this out. I would send this e-flyer to my database maybe once every 2 to 3 months. And just kind of, because you're always getting new people. People are changing their mind. people come in and out of the market, and to send people a little bit of information about the new construction in your area and engage with them on that topic can be a nice way. That's a repeatable way to stay in touch and engage your database. All right. So any questions on any of this before I let you all go? So for FSBO, we want to create the landing page and then get those print flyers either for the landing page or the PDF guide to the FSBO homeowners. So whether it's a print flyer, postcard, or a door hanger, I think the print flyer is the easiest. Per some of the conversations here, I would go door knock, make an offer. We heard from somebody talking about the fact that a great script might be to call and say, I work with a lot of buyers in the area. I can't recommend your home because I haven't seen it in the photos, didn't really cover a few of the areas I want to see, whatever it is, right? Get to the property, offer them the PDF guide, offer them the free set of marketing tools. If you got the ability to add their home to that landing page while you're there, do it, because then you could approve that while you're at the property, if that works out that way. And then for new construction, I think the goal there is find new construction, ask if you can market that particular unit, and then market the unit, but make sure that we also talk about all the available incentives that they're offering. And that will get the engagement and attention of a lot of the home buyers in the area. All right. Everybody get their money's worth. This is an amazing system on real estate for no owners from such a platform. I had one been up under. Oh, Yakov, thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? Because I haven't been able to figure out, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. That's funny. I haven't been able to figure out how to go back and check in on some of these quotes. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Yakov. Yakov, I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you. David, Scott, you do a great job as always. And for all of you, don't forget your affiliate links. All right. You got an affiliate link right here. You can see that. I think you just have to have a PayPal account. We pay via PayPal, and then you'll get your affiliate link. You can share with people. We've got an email that you can send to somebody if you got somebody you want to send the email to, and it automatically links to your affiliate link. We've got a social media post. So if you want to post on social media, and again, your affiliate link is automatically linked to there. And if you're ever doing a lunch and learn, I know we get a lot of trainers on this call or on our calls. So if you are a trainer and you got a group that you're going to do like a lunch and learn or whatever, you can also use the print flyer there as well. I don't want to mention the name. Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah. And Lee, thank you for that. Yeah, to be honest, you guys, I would love, because we have so many smart people here, and my goal is to impart the knowledge of as many people that share their knowledge with me to share the knowledge that I know of. So the more we share in the mastermind group, the better we all are going to be. So Lee, thank you so much for mentioning that. So David, obviously you guys do whatever you want to do. I don't want to infringe, right? But anything you guys want to share in the mastermind group would be awesome as well. And then you'll get more people involved, right? I'll be in there. Lee will hopefully be in there and have other people engage with you guys. Because the more great ideas that we come up with, the better we can make it for everybody else. But yeah, if you're not in the mastermind group, last thing before I got to go to marketing calendar. And I'll show you how to join the mastermind group. Super easy. In the marketing calendar, right? We got presentations right here, which are awesome. Resources. And the third one over is join the mastermind group. If you're not a member of it yet, you'll have to request an invite. It's just how it is. It's a private mastermind group. And then you'll be accepted pretty quickly. Make sure you fill out the 3 quick questions, make sure that you're a human client and so on and so forth. So thank you everybody for joining us. Love the engagement here. I love all the great questions that you guys had. And 5:00 tonight, leadgenwebinars.com. We've got an expired module, very, very similar to the FSBO. So landing pages, PDF guides for expireds as well. So we're gonna knock it out of the park. And even better for expireds, we got this for FSBOs too. Holy cow. We've got the 26-page marketing plan, and I didn't even mention it, for both the FSBO and the expired. So if you remember, and I'll be showing this off tonight, and we got the same thing for the FSBO, you can add an expired listing to your account. For the FSBO, it happens automatically. So as soon as I add that FSBO listing, I get the 100-point home marketing plan presentation. So we're going to be walking through this tonight, as well as the landing page and the PDF guide. All right, everybody, listen, thank you so much for joining us. Talk to you soon. Have a great one. Get to the mastermind group, and see you then.